Let's move on to the Denver Nuggets, though. And I am going to highlight Jokic again here with the number 2.8. And the reason I'm doing that is because everyone knows how good he is. And yet I'm not sure it's been made clear how good he is, because he is the reigning MVP. He should be in the MVP conversation right now. And it still feels like the level at which he's playing is flying a little bit below the radar because the Nuggets are struggling to break free from an around 500 record. The story has been more focused on the personnel losses that they've had, whether it's Jamal Murray or Michael Porter Jr. And then you throw in all of the COVID-19 protocol stuff and how many bodies they're having to cycle in and out of the lineup on a daily basis, much like every other team. And it does feel like Jokic hasn't quite gotten enough credit for being so ridiculously dominant. So I'm using 538's Raptor-based WAR metric here. And the difference between Jokic, who is at 9.7, and Fred VanVleet, who is at number 2 at 6.8, is 2.8 points. That is as big as the difference between VanVleet and number 15, Mike Conley. He is that far ahead of the field. Beyond that, only 11 players all of last season topped the 9.7 WAR that Jokic has already registered. We're not even at the All-Star break, and he already is submitting like a top 12 most valuable season relative to last year. He is on pace to obliterate his league best finish from the 2020-21 campaign, thanks to drastically improved defensive metrics without an offensive drop-off. He is playing the best basketball of his career, just at a ridiculously historic level. And it is not getting the love that it needs to get because the Nuggets have not performed up to that same standard.
I think and I mentioned this on our mailbag podcast last week, I think he's the MVP right now, and I think it might be pretty decidedly. I do think Steph, people cite his shooting percentages dropping a lot. I think he's firmly in it, and I don't think that anything is etched in stone right now, but I think, to me, Jokic would be my MVP vote without second guessing it all that much at this very moment.
In the RPR, the rolling player rating MVP predictor that we use at NBA Math, like, he is head and shoulders above everyone else for first place. And then there's a second tier that includes Steph and LeBron and Giannis and Durant. And then a third tier that has like Trae Young and DeMar DeRozan and Donovan Mitchell and all those guys. But statistically, he is lapping the field at this point.
Just absolutely lapping it. Well, lapping it statistically. He's had just mind-melting statistical seasons over the past 3 or 4 years.
That WAR metric, the difference between number 1 and number 2 is the same as number 2 and number 15. Like, just think about that. It's mind-blowing.